Probably the most commonly used and useful way of reading a text file in Python is using readline. So we open the text file just as we did before with the open statement. Then we need to provide a variable. This will be for line 1. We'll set it equal to the file handle, the object identifier. And we use the readline method like so. That'll read the first line of text and store it in the variable. Now, what is a line of text? We look in the file, it's a series of characters followed by a line break. So there's an actual character in here that you don't see other than it provides a line break. Okay, so let's read 2 lines. Read the second one, create a variable line 2, and just as we did before, use the file object identifier and the readline method. And the object identifier, that maintains a pointer to where you are in the text file. When you first open it, the pointer points to the first line. When you read a line, it gets updated to point to the next line. So after reading 2 lines, the file pointer will be pointing to the 3rd line. Okay, let's print both lines and see what we have. Okay, 1, just to put a line number in there, and format line 1. Okay, I'm doing this for a particular reason to make it easier to visualize. That'll be line 2. There we go. All right, let's run it. Okay, here's our 2 lines. Notice there's an extra line break in between. Okay, where's that coming from? When readline returns the line of text, it includes the line break that was in the file. So we're getting a line break from line 1, and we're getting a line break from print. So that's how come there's an extra line break in between our first line of data and our second line of data. Okay, now how about reading the remainder of the file? We can do this with a for loop. For line in text file. Okay, so the for loop treats the file object as a sequence. It'll grab the next item in the sequence, the next line in the file, which is pointed to by the pointer inside the file object, store that using the in operator in the variable line, and then we can display it. So what we'll do, we'll put a little counter in here so we can keep track of the lines. So ln for line num is equal to, we'll start out with 3 because we already printed out lines 1 and 2. Then in here, let's display our line. And this will be format line. Oh well, we have to provide not only line but our line number, and then we have to increment our line number so that the next time through it's updated to the next line number. We just add 1 to it with our augmented assignment operator, which as a reminder is the same as line ln equals ln plus 1. Okay, there we go. So here's all our lines from the file. Okay, how do we get that extra line break out of there? After we've read the line, we can strip the trailing white space from that string by using the strip method. And white space includes spaces and tabs and line breaks and things like that. So we do that with line equals line.strip. Run this thing again. There we go. Our lines are nice and tightly compacted together. The first 2 aren't because I didn't strip the trailing line break from either of those lines. We can have the file automatically close once all the lines have been read by using the with operator. So for that, we want to take the open statement. And we want to move it down here. And this is with as text file. Then we have our for loop. Move this stuff under here, and we'll see how this goes. We have to remember that the open was moved, so these two read lines up here aren't going to work anymore because the file object does not yet exist. So what we're going to do is we're just going to read all of the lines within the file. All right, so let's see what we got here. There we go. So we've read our entire file, closed it automatically, and we're good. There are other ways to read text files, and it all depends on your application. This is the one that you'll probably use the most.